In the ancient days, the earth was filled with wickedness, and humanity had become corrupt and violent. God observed the extent of human evil and decided to bring an end to all life, for the earth was filled with violence because of them. However, there was one man who found favor in the eyes of the Lord, Noah, a righteous and blameless man who walked faithfully with God. God spoke to Noah and revealed his plan to destroy all life on earth with a great flood. He instructed Noah to build an ark, a large boat, to save himself, his family, and pairs of every kind of living creature. The ark was to be made of gopher wood and covered with pitch inside and out to make it waterproof. It was to be 300 cubits long, 50 cubits wide, and 30 cubits high, with 3 decks, a door on the side, and a roof with an opening 1 cubit high all around. Noah, obedient to God's command, began to build the ark. He worked diligently, assisted by his 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. They labored for many years, constructing the massive vessel according to the precise instructions given by God. As they worked, the people around them mocked and ridiculed them for building such a large boat on dry land, far from any body of water. But Noah remained steadfast in his faith, knowing that he was following God's will. When the ark was completed, God instructed Noah to gather pairs of every kind of living creature, male and female, to bring into the ark. He was to take 7 pairs of every kind of clean animal, 1 pair of every kind of unclean animal, and 7 pairs of every kind of bird. These animals would ensure the continuation of each species after the flood. Noah, his family, and the animals gathered provisions for the journey, storing food and water to sustain them. As the time for the flood approached, God commanded Noah and his family, his wife, his 3 sons, and their wives, to enter the ark. Once they were all inside, God shut the door, sealing them in. On the 17th day of the 2nd month, the rain began to fall. Torrential rains poured down from the heavens, and the fountains of the great deep burst forth. The rain continued unabated for 40 days and 40 nights, and the floodwaters rose, covering even the highest mountains. The ark was lifted high above the earth, floating on the surface of the waters. The floodwaters prevailed on the earth for 150 days, and all living creatures outside the ark perished. Only Noah and those with him in the ark remained alive. Inside the ark, Noah and his family cared for the animals, ensuring they were fed and safe. Despite the confined space and the long duration of their stay, they endured the journey with patience and faith. After 150 days, God remembered Noah and all the animals in the ark. He caused a wind to blow over the earth, and the waters began to recede. The fountains of the deep and the floodgates of the heavens were closed, and the rain stopped falling from the sky. The waters gradually receded from the earth. On the 17th day of the 7th month, the ark came to rest on the mountains of Ararat. As the waters continued to go down, the tops of the mountains became visible. Noah waited 40 days, then opened a window he had made in the ark and sent out a raven. The raven flew back and forth until the water had dried up from the earth. Noah then sent out a dove to see if the water had receded from the surface of the ground. The dove could find no place to set its feet because there was still water over the surface of the earth, so it returned to Noah in the ark. Noah waited another 7 days and again sent out the dove from the ark. This time, the dove returned to him in the evening with a freshly plucked olive leaf in its beak. Noah knew that the waters had receded, and the earth was beginning to dry. He waited another 7 days and sent out the dove again, but this time it did not return. Noah understood that the dove had found a suitable place to live and that the land was habitable once more. By the 1st day of the 1st month of Noah's 601st year, the water had dried up from the earth. Noah removed the covering from the ark and saw that the surface of the ground was dry. By the 27th day of the 2nd month, the earth was completely dry. Then God spoke to Noah, instructing him to come out of the ark with his wife, his sons, and their wives. He also commanded Noah to bring out all the animals so they could multiply on the earth and be fruitful and increase in number. Noah and his family, along with all the animals, emerged from the ark. They stepped onto dry land, grateful to be alive and thankful for God's protection. The animals scattered across the earth, and life began to flourish once again. Noah built an altar to the Lord and offered burnt offerings of clean animals and birds. God was pleased with Noah's offering and made a covenant with him and his descendants. He promised never again to destroy all life on earth with a flood. As a sign of this everlasting covenant, God placed a rainbow in the sky. He declared that whenever he sees the rainbow, he will remember the covenant between him and all living creatures on earth. Noah and his family continued to live and multiply, repopulating the earth with their descendants. They passed down the story of the great flood and the covenant with God to their children and grandchildren. This story, recorded in the Bible, has been told and retold for generations, serving as a powerful reminder of God's justice, mercy, and faithfulness.